Hello everybody, it's Julia here from the Highly Sensitive Tarot. I hope that you're all well. This is my sort of monthly recap of November, of what I've been up to, which is not a great deal really. I've in my tarot world, I've been continuing on with the Drop 'em 78 challenge, and I think by the end of this week I may well have finished all the minors and be up to the majors. The challenge ends on December 31st, so I think I've done it for 7 weeks now, and I've actually got quite a lot out of doing it. I have really enjoyed it, but it's been a big commitment. It has been a big commitment to have to do something every day and to look at a particular card and to compare it and to really think about how it's related to my day. That has been quite a big commitment actually, because I haven't really done any sort of big kind of journaling this year other than that, because obviously I moved house and things have just been chaotic really for a while. So I've been doing that, and I've also been doing the top tarot trumps, and I think up till this point now I've just uploaded Judgment, so we've just got the world to do. And I know that Masha's hoping to do a sort of live event at the end of December, which I'm not sure whether I'll be able to take part in or not. I've never done a live before, and I'm not sure if it's really my cup of tea, and I think it's just going to be a bad time of the year to find the time to do that anyway. But I don't know, I'm still thinking about it. So we'll see. But I plan to show you what I've bought this month, which is not a lot at all, and then I'm going to show you some of my Christmassy decorations and my garden, the progress that we're up to with my garden, because that's as much for me as it is for anybody that's watching, because I just wanted to sort of record my progress with my garden, because you know my garden was such a mess. You know, I've had to have the patio redone. There's just so much that needs doing in my garden, so I just thought it would be a lovely thing to record the progress of that. But what I have actually bought this month is and only really because it's been the Black Friday sales have I actually spent some money, because it's coming up to Christmas, isn't it? And I've had lots of Christmas presents to buy, and I'm still spending money on my home. At the moment I'm saving up for the new year for a summer house to go in my garden, to have a little room out there that can perhaps have some electricity in, and I'm hoping that sort of next summer I'll be able to sit and record the odd video out in my garden. I just, you know, my bungalow is lovely, but it's quite a small bungalow, so it'd be really nice just to have another room outside. So yeah, I'm saving up for that at the moment. So I don't have a great deal of money at the moment. There are a couple of decks, I will admit this, there are a couple of decks that I managed to find on eBay that I bought for myself last month that are going to be Christmas presents to myself, which I haven't shown anybody as yet. They were quite expensive, and I was very naughty to have bought them, given the fact that I have so many other things to buy at the moment. But one of them in particular was a deck that I had been obsessing about and lusting after for quite a long time actually, and I found it brand new. There's a seller on eBay who sells a lot of very collectible decks, and I found it there and I just could not help but buy it. And another one was shipped over from America, so obviously that was pricey for me. But I shall show you those probably after Christmas, because like I said, they are my birthday presents to myself, which was naughty but nice. So all I've bought really in the month of November to kind of use now is I've bought the I can never pronounce the almanac. I know what I mean, the almanac. I'm sure that's how you pronounce it, isn't it? I've bought these in the past, not consistently every year, but I have bought them in the past. And this is a seasonal guide to 2025. I think this book has been going for, I don't know, years, if not decades. This has been published every year, and it's to reconnect with the seasons in Britain and Ireland. It's some sort of month-to-month guide, and it includes things like tide tables, sunrises, moon phases, crafts, wildlife, astronomy, seasonal recipes, all sorts of things to do with, like you even get a megalith of the month. It tells you about, you know, the sky, where all the various planets will be at that time. There's a star story of the month. What else is there? There's gardening by the moon for every month. It's a fantastic little resource, actually. And like I said, I have bought this book before, and I plan to use it this year, you know, at the beginning of every month, to have a good read through it of what's relevant to that month and see how I can apply it, particularly with my garden, because I will be sowing some seeds and planting some new things this year into my garden, hopefully. I can't wait. I literally cannot wait. So there's that. I bought that, ready to start in January. And then in the Black Friday sales, I got this. And I've been after this deck for quite a long time. Well, I'd been in two minds about it for quite a long time. But this is normally £35 on Amazon, and I got it for £23 in the Black Friday sale. So, and isn't it cute? Look, you could definitely repurpose this box if you didn't want to keep the deck in it, couldn't you? You could sort of cover it and make it into a lovely little jewellery box, or a, I don't know, something or other, couldn't you? It's such a nice deck, and like I said, I've been in two minds about this deck for a long time, because look at the backs, look how beautiful they are. Because I think that this deck is for sort of the oh, I hope that hasn't come up on the screen. I'm sorry, I don't know whether I've turned off the Wi-Fi, whether I've put my phone onto plane mode, so it's possible that it might make noises or things might come up, so I do apologise. I normally remember to do that, but I don't think I have. So yeah, I think this deck was created with the American sort of Midwest in mind, and definitely a lot of the scenes in this deck remind, you know, are very definitely American. They're scenes that I would definitely associate with America, like these wooden houses. Yeah, I mean, that looks very American, doesn't it? I mean, we don't have cougars in the UK. We don't tend to have sort of fur trappers really in the UK. We do have things like this, and we do have things like this and this, but and I think that's been the thing, is that there's an awful lot of the scenes in this deck that I can relate to really strongly, like this picture here. You know, a lot of the wildlife is very the same. A lot of the countryside looks the same. We don't have wolves. We don't have cougars that I know of, although I think we do have some large black cats that prowl around. We definitely have barns. We definitely have big skies and lakes. It's just beautiful, isn't it? I mean, we have fields full of sunflowers sometimes. We don't tend to have too much of this. We have lots of this. We have lots of lavender, actually. We don't tend to have cactuses. But you can see what I mean. There's a lot of cards there that, although this deck was designed and created for sort of the American Midwest, there's a lot of parallels with the UK countryside, or certainly where I live in Norfolk. Where I live is a very arable farming type community. There's, you know, big farms. I mean, just across the road at the back of my house, there's a big farm that grows corn or maize, something like that. So I'm surrounded by farmland and woodland. So yeah, I grew up, you know, relating very strongly to this sort of scenery in this deck. A lot of the plants, a lot of the trees, a lot of the animals. It's all very similar. So I'm really looking forward to using this deck. I think it's beautiful. So there we go, the Pastoral Tarot, which is illustrated by Lisa Hunt, isn't it? And I think just last month I bought her Fantastical Creatures deck, I think it's called, isn't it? I'm just looking for it. I think it was the Fantastical Creatures tarot, and I've got my eye on another one of hers which has not been released in the UK yet, which is the Fairy Tale Tarot, I think. I think it's been released in the US, obviously, but not here yet. So yeah, that's all I bought really. And to be honest, other than finishing my Drop 'em 78 challenge, and I shall also continue to show my Oracle deck collection, because I think I'm up to about video 4 of that. And at the moment I'm just trying to get ready for Christmas, really, just thinking about Christmas. I've got my family over. I'm going to cook us all a Christmas dinner in my new little bungalow in my tiny kitchen, so that will be interesting. My other half is coming over. It should be really nice. I think I've just about bought everybody's Christmas presents. I've still got to sit and wrap some up, but I think I've just about bought everything that I want to now. And I'm getting organised with food, you know, I'm just sort of collecting bits and pieces here and there. My mum is actually going to cook the meat for the dinner, and she's going to slice that up and bring that over, and then I'm going to make the gravy and the Yorkshire puddings and all the vegetables, and yeah, so it should be really, really nice. I hope that you've all got some nice things planned for Christmas also. I know that in the US you've just had Thanksgiving, and we don't have that here, obviously. But Christmas is a very big deal here, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And like I said, I don't think there's really a lot else to say. There's been so many health problems and issues and worries in my family the last month or two that I've been sort of consumed with a lot of that, and some of my own issues as well, because I've had a couple of hospital appointments, had to go and have some things checked out, which I'm fine about, which is wonderful. I've had to come off HRT. I've been wanting to for a while, because I've been on it for about 5 years, and I've come off it because obviously the risks with my mum's breast cancer, so I've decided to come off it. And oh my God, I've been cutting it down for months, but now I've finally come off it. The hot flushes have come back really in force, and I'm not sleeping very well at all. I'm waking up kind of soaked in my bed, and then chilly. You sort of get hot and sweaty, and then you cool down, and then because you're sort of damp, you're sort of clammy and shivery. It's really not very nice. It's really, really not very nice. So yeah, other than that, things are pretty good for me at the moment, I would say. So yeah, I hope that they are for the rest of you. And like I said, I think what I'm going to do now is just show you some of my Christmas decorations and my little altar and my garden, and that's probably about it really for this month's video. At the end of December I plan to do sort of a reflection on the year video, if I can, looking at some of my favourite decks, my favourite videos, maybe my favourite channels, my having a look in my grimoire, having a look at like the cards of the year that I chose and my year ahead reading, just to see how that's all sort of come about. Yeah, and really having a good think about what I want to do next year with my channel, because this year it's all been a bit weird, really, to be honest. Oh, I've got a squirrel. I've got a squirrel in my feeder. I'm going to have to show you that. Can you see him there? Look. My cat is out there somewhere. My cat will be beside him. Oh no, my cat's on the bed, actually. But anyway, this is my little windowsill with my little Christmassy bits. I would have liked to have filled the whole windowsill up, but as you know, I have to have the cat flap there for the cat, so I can't cover the whole lot up. But I'm really pleased actually with all my little bits and pieces, and I've got some ivy with some Christmas lights in it, and this is my little altar space over here with some more lights. I've dressed my altar up for Christmas. I'm not having any tinsel, that's not really my thing, but I like my little fairy lights and my gold candle. And like I said, I've got like a Christmas wreath up the window that I dressed up with some orange slices, and I've got some candles. I didn't turn the light on for the ivy on the left there, did I? But I did on the right. I've put my beautiful picture up from Danielle Barlow. Look at that, look. Isn't that gorgeous? And that squirrel is still out there in my feeder. Look, can you see him? Naughty squirrel. So I'll just pause. So remember that I showed you my patio. God, it's really cold out here. So this is my new patio. And then what me and Pete have done in the last few weeks is we've covered all the grass up, or most of it, because down the bottom of the garden is where I'm going to have a little summer house, but all this bit in front of it, there's going to be a path and 2 big beds dug out of there. So what we've covered it with plastic and cardboard, and we're going to kill the grass over the winter, and then in the early spring dig that over for beds. And I'd showed you this before, but since I've shown you it again, Pete's been out here, because I don't know if you can remember, but this was very uneven. You couldn't walk straight along here because it was all so uneven. And Pete's been digging and raking, and he sorted all that out for me so that it's all kind of, as you can see, it's all kind of level up to the patio now. So I'm really pleased about that I've got that area around there and my gate going through. But anyway, next year, like I said, we've got such a lot to do. We're going to pressure wash the fences, because as you can see, they're green with mold or whatever it is that's growing on them. I'm not really sure. So we're going to pressure wash those and then either paint them or stain them. Where all the plastic and the cardboard is, we're going to dig that over and put some big beds in there. There's going to be a little summer house building at the bottom of the garden. And basically, I'm going to have a fire pit out here on the patio as well, which I can't wait for. Obviously feeding the birds and the squirrel now. But yeah, I can't wait. As you can see, the structure of the garden is starting to sort of come together now. You can see how it's going to be. So I'm really pleased about that. So yeah, I think that's about it. I just wanted to show you the sort of changes in my house for the season, show you the changes in my garden, and just sort of tell you a little bit about what I've been up to, which, as you can see, is not a great deal. This is a 20-minute video, which is amazing for me, isn't it? And I think I've probably looked the wrong way all the time in this video, haven't I? I haven't actually looked at the camera once. So anyway, I hope you're all well. Sending my love to all of you, and I will see you all again soon.